Olympic Games for China are a matter of national pride. Billions have gone into the project to make these the best games ever and to show the world China is able to host such an event. Looking around the Olympic Park, no attention to detail has been spared. China stated they wanted to host the greenest and most high-tech games ever, but there's still a place for local customs. However, no matter how much the Chinese government spends, there are a few things they even can't control. It's been very hot here in Beijing over the last few days, with the temperature getting up to around 35 degrees and the humidity hitting around the 100% mark. Well, it's tough enough just walking a few kilometres, so you've got to think how those taking part in endurance races like the marathon are going to cope in such conditions. But even worse than this is potentially the pollution. Today was an extreme rarity in that the sky was visible, which occurs very rarely in summer. This is how Beijing looks when the smog hits. These buildings are just around a kilometre away, yet they're hardly visible. The International Olympic Committee has threatened to call off endurance events if the pollution gets too bad. However, the deputy head of the Russian Olympic Committee isn't fearing the worst.
I'd like to say that in Athens it was also very humid, hot and difficult for the athletes. Sportsmen and women are used to these sort of conditions as they compete in competitions where there are different climates. It's my personal opinion that in the 2 or 3 days I've been here, there hasn't been much smog. There's been sunshine. This hot sunshine can certainly affect the athletes, but we'll hope when the games get underway it'll get a little cooler.
The Chinese, meanwhile, are undergoing last-minute rehearsals ahead of the Games. Security is very stringent here, and the authorities are leaving no stone unturned. It's not long to go till the moment that China has been waiting for. In just 3 days' time, the Olympics will get underway here in Beijing, in this very impressive stadium behind me. What China showed has got the stadiums. Perhaps the most important thing is how will the athletes be able to cope with the intense heat, humidity, and perhaps most importantly, the pollution. Richard van Borvliet, RT, Beijing.